More about Australian partner visas from Down Under Visa. We have a remarkable success rate and we understand everything you're going through. We can manage your application for you from the point of assessing your case to gathering your personal information to helping you gather all of your personal documents and requirements to preparing and lodging your application to personally dealing with issues with the department right down to your visa being granted. We're with you every step of the way, taking the stress and uncertainty out of an otherwise scary and risky process. Now, we live in a much smaller world these days. Many Australians will meet and form long-term relationships with people from other countries, and when their girlfriend becomes more than just a girlfriend, they contact us. But never assume automatic entitlement to bring a partner here. Partners of Australian citizens or Australian permanent residents, including spouse, partners, de facto, interdependent, fiancés, same-sex partners, need to apply for a visa to be allowed to enter and live in Australia. Now, to qualify for partner migration to Australia requires evidence of a genuine and committed relationship, and this evidence must be shown in detail to establish the validity of your relationship and your application. Now, we assist you in the gathering of this information and by providing detailed partner visa checklists, in other words your visa requirements, and forms and plenty of practical advice. Now, if your relationship is somebody from the Philippines, we can provide service and insight that no one else can. Why? Because we've been through the process ourselves. Jeff and Mila are an Australian Filipina couple, and we're based in the Philippines. We can provide guidance through the administrative as well as some personal hurdles you need to get through. This means we understand not only Australian migration law, but we also understand Filipino culture and the often complex system of documents and laws that exist in the Philippines. And we are here in Manila all the time. We don't just fly in and fly out, leaving unqualified staff to take care of things. You and your lady will have nothing to worry about. And please note that whilst most of our applicants are Australian men sponsoring Filipino fiancés and spouses, we get our fair share of Australian women sponsoring their Filipino men as fiancés and spouses too. Visa for Filipino wife or Filipino husband, this is not a problem. Now note that poorly prepared applications stand a high chance of refusal, and in Manila many applicants are victims of the many unregistered agents, both Filipino and Australian unregistered agents, and opportunist travel agents who exist in large numbers who lodge poorly prepared applications or encourage applications to go down strange pathways of visitor visas and or student visa applications. And many of these agents are well known to the Australian Embassy too, which doesn't really help your chances at all. All the more reason why you shouldn't risk doing this without genuine professional help. And we have available e-books specifically for those clients marrying Filipino ladies, written by well-known and respected Australian author Perry Gamsby. Great help across cross-cultural relationships and how to avoid problems through understanding and better communication skills. Now, these are limited editions and available exclusively to Down Under Visa clients. We also provide as part of the package all the email and online support that you could possibly need to help you through the daunting process. And we're always available to answer questions promptly. Fill out our online assessment form and you'll see how quickly we respond. Now, what can Down Under Visa do? Our job is to help you, and we will do so to the best of our abilities and always within the law, but realise we're not yes men, and we will always tell you the truth, especially about practical matters. But if you do wish to marry whilst in Australia on a tourist visa, if you are able to apply for a partner visa in Australia, yes, we can manage your application for you in the same way we manage applications here in Manila. So yes, we can help you with those applications lodged in Australia or in Manila. Now, if you definitely want to marry and apply in Australia, let us know now. If you start the process with us now, rather than later, you will be organised and ready to lodge the application once you're married. Don't leave it until after she's in Australia with you. So getting a tourist visa and then a partner visa in Australia. Is this a good idea? Some people say it's the best way, but is it? So we'll hear advice from some of the online discussion forums or even some migration agent that this is the best way to apply. Tourist visa to Australia, get married, apply for a partner visa, the applicant gets to stay during the processing. Now, getting advice from amateur forums is never a good idea. No care or no responsibility from self-appointed experts with 90% self-confidence and 10% knowledge based on submitting their own application only, versus a registered migration agent with qualifications and hundreds, thousands of successful visa applications every year. And whilst registered migration agents are all qualified to give advice, we all specialise in our own areas and we should stick to those areas. Now, I don't give advice on student visas from India, nor do I give advice on special investor visas from China, as I lack the experience. We are the experts in partner visas from the Philippines. Now back to lodging onshore partner visas. Okay, the pros. When you lodge a successful onshore application, the visa applicant gets to stay in Australia on a bridging visa and doesn't need to return. The applicant can apply for Medicare. The applicant will usually get work rights. Cons. Tourist visa application may not be successful. It's highly unusual for us, but you need to know it is still a possibility. Tourist visas must be for visiting friends and family and doing general tourism things, patting koalas and admiring the harbour bridge, etc. Applying for a tourist visa in order to get married and bypass the system, this is not a genuine reason to apply, and they must refuse an application if it is for another purpose. However, you may marry in Australia on a tourist visa, and you may even apply for a tourist visa with the intention of marrying in Australia, but it can't be your primary reason to visit Australia. Now, marrying in Australia means meeting with a priest or marriage celebrant, arranging a wedding date. They are often booked months ahead, lodging a notice of intent to marry form, and waiting 30 days for a marriage licence. Trying to organise a wedding and a complex visa application within a 3-month stay can be stressful and very challenging. Now, she will be dealing with culture shock. You are most likely still going to work every day. She will require documents from the Philippines, which will be harder for her to organise while she's there in Australia. And then you have the looming deadline sitting on your heads while you're trying to prepare everything and to have it all lodged before the tourist visa runs out. Now, we have strategies to deal with this, so please feel free to discuss. Apart from anything else, you still have jobs to go to, shopping to do, lawns to mow, etc. You will be very busy. So can down under visa manage partner visa applications in Australia too? Of course we can and do manage partner visas lodged in Australia, and in fact these make up about half of our applications these days. Since the 1st of July 2015, the visa application charges changed, which meant that partner visa now costs the same lodged offshore in Philippines, or other countries, as they do lodged inside Australia. Now, we have had considerably more applicants wanting their applications lodged in Australia since then. So there's no difference in the way the applications are prepared. So we just want you to make an informed and educated choice and not to find yourselves in Australia running out of time to lodge. The number one problem area is that you have a fixed time limit to get everything finalised in. If you are aware of this and you can cope with this, then no problems as far as we're concerned. So please discuss this option with us and we will be happy to help you make your onshore partner visa application a success. Thank you.